Hi everyone and welcome back to the Bodcast. This is episode 71 and I am here and Ian is also here.
I am.
So, I'm like, when
You
I said,
seem confused
well, it's
there.
the fact that I said, and I'm here, it's like, obviously I'm here because I'm talking. But anyway, you know, that's what I say.
Yep.
So, 71, what are we talking about today? I think we are going to talk about the increase of the size of Lego sets and whether that has had a detrimental effect on the smaller sets or the cheaper sets. So, like, we pulled some data on both piece count and price point over the last 5 years. And so we're just going to make some rough, what's the word?
Observations?
Rough observations, thanks, on that data.
Yeah.
There's no real science behind this. We're just looking at the data and making assumptions.
So how did you get the data? Let's go with that first.
So I went to Brickset and I ran some queries. I queried, I couldn't work out a way to take out things like magazine foil packs and stuff.
Right.
But I figured they'd be in all the years, so it didn't really matter that much. The data would still be roughly consistent.
Do they have a price according to Brickset then?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So I think they're probably included here, but not here. Like if you were to add them up.
So for everyone who can't see what you're pointing at when you say here, you mean that they'll show up as having a number of pieces, but they won't show up as having a price. They won't.
I think so.
Okay. And now you're trying to quickly tally up some large numbers.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe they're about the same. I don't know. Anyway, so our first observation is compared to last year, there are far fewer 0 to 100 piece sets.
Yeah.
By like 80?
Yeah.
79. Now,
but even if you look at the number of sets with 100 to 500, it's a significant decrease as well.
Yeah, that's 43 less. Now, we're not at the end of the year.
That's true.
But there's not going to be a massive deluge of small sets.
No. But yeah, so last year there were 296 sets under 100 pieces.
Yeah.
Whereas this year there's only been 217. So that's a large drop, both in terms of number and percentage-wise. And then if you look at the 100 to 500, it's gone from 233 to 190.
Yeah.
So it's not that they've gone, let's have some more sets that are just above 100. It's the number less than 500 pieces is a significant drop.
Yeah. So then the next category has gone up, the 500 to 1,000.
It's gone up a little bit.
Yeah, fractionally. So you can kind of look at the trend for the two smaller categories I did. Has from 2018 has been slowly decreasing. I mean, there's a little bit of a jump there. Between
so in 2018 it was 322. So it's lost over 100 over the 5 years. As you say, that's kind of 303 in 19, back up to 313 in 324. And 296.
I'll stick these on the screen.
Yeah, so it's not major drops between those years, but then from 21 to 22, that is the big drop.
Yeah.
Whereas if you look at something like the 500 to 1,000, it's more of a gentle incline.
Yeah.
It's not a massive jump.
No. The jump for 2,500 pieces to 5,000, that's gone up by like practically doubled.
Well, it's more than doubled.
That's right.
9 to 19 is more than doubled.
Yeah, so the sets are definitely getting bigger.
Yeah.
I think, and we already knew that. Like, everyone has always been...
Well, we've always known they were bringing out bigger sets.
Yes, but we were worried about whether that was having a detrimental effect on the sets that are more consumable by the younger audience.
Yes. So they could have been doing that whilst keeping up the number of sets under 100 pieces.
Yeah.
But this data clearly shows that it's to the detriment of those small sets.
Yeah. So that's bad. And again, I think that's reflected as well if you look at the other data from price of sets. The 0 to £10 range has dropped by like 45 sets. And the 10 to 25 has gone up. So you could say, they're just pushing those smaller price sets up because of the price increases, the general price increases. But we know there's fewer sets.
Yeah.
So it's kind of confusing.
Although interestingly, there were more sets under £10 in 2022 than there were in 2018.
That's true.
I think part of this possibly comes down to what's counted as these sets.
Whether there is those foil packs.
Things like that, and like the T-shirts and all the random stuff that shows up on Brickset.
Yeah, so you're saying that I need to do some data cleansing.
I think maybe we need to do a bit more.
But I can't work out
dive into
the best way. So there is an API for Brickset.
Yeah.
Which might be a better way to do it. So if you look at the way to run queries in Brickset, there's a category, and that's book, collection, extended gear, normal, other, random. So,
nice. What's in random?
Well, that's a good question. So sets that are in random for this year are 8 sets. Super Mario character packs, minifigures, because they're random bags. That's what they mean.
Okay, right.
So,
that makes sense. So blind bags are counted as random.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So I couldn't work out what set would be, because I can see I would want to exclude books, and I would want to exclude gear. But is it normal? Collection is things like the entirety of a series.
Right.
So like a complete box counts as collection.
Yes, okay. What's extended?
Let's have a look. It's fun when you have data and you can just have a look at it. Yeah. And it is good that Brickset gives this sort of detail. So you've got the Bricklink designer program stuff in there. You've got promotional things like the tile, Barcelona tile.
Right, okay.
The Target or Walmart castle they did. I mean, a storage brick, that feels like it should be under gear. It's confusing.
Considering it says gear storage.
Yeah, but that's theme, sub-theme, not category. So there's definitely I want to be able to say, just show me genuine sets.
So is that just normal?
Okay, let's go look at normal. What is normal, really? Are you normal?
Yes.
Sorry.
Can't believe you laughed at that. So there were...
sorry, there's 505 of those.
Okay.
So...
There's quite a lot there that don't have names yet.
Well, that's this year, so there's things that...
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying that there is quite a lot still to come?
Well, there's more than I was expecting.
Well, the Overwatch stuff didn't get released because of the hoo-ha. And then there's 3 icon sets still there. I don't know what they would be.
No.
What's still to come, Ian? There's a Star Wars Ultimate Collector Series 1.
Really? I thought
That's what it says. 75303. So maybe we need to find another thing. So this does look very much the sets.
I think that's what you'd expect.
Okay. What do you reckon?
Other.
Other. Yeah, what's other going to be? Other seems to be magazines.
Right, okay.
Okay, so if I just go for normal, that would have been the thing to do. I just got a bit with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so normal. So we also want to maybe there's a released somewhere. Set release. Yes. And so that will remove ones that don't exist yet.
Yeah. She
says. So now we're down to 488 for this year.
Okay. It sounds about right.
Okay. So do I just redo the whole thing?
I don't know. That sounds like a lot of effort, doesn't it?
It does. I could just do it for...
But can we see how many of those were under 100 pieces, just to see?
Okay, so of the 488 that have been released and are actual genuine sets.
Are normal sets?
Yeah.
So we're not including gift with purchases now?
Possibly.
Like those tiles and promotional ones.
But name a gift with purchase
that came out this year.
And so that also includes one entry for every CMF figure.
Right.
Was the sailboat this year?
No, I don't think so. Staircase. The Hogwarts staircase.
So that's in there.
Okay.
So because it is a...
But I thought... Oh, I don't know.
It's a set.
Okay.
So we're looking for piece count. Lower than 100?
Yeah, or equal to.
Well, I figure we can have 100 as well. So 488 altogether. 128.
128. So that's a significant drop from the 217 that we said.
Yeah.
So can we rerun that but change it to 2021 just to see?
The difference between last 2 years.
Yeah.
This is why you should always check your data, people. It's bad to make assumptions based on incorrect data. But it's good to talk it through with a friend. Are you my friend?
Yeah.
Okay, so 195.
195. So that is still a big drop.
Yeah, well, it was going to be.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
that's why I was saying that even though I hadn't taken those things out, the data is still probably about the same because...
Well, that's what we wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, that's significantly less still.
So there's definitely less smaller sets. There's less cheaper sets. But as we say, some of that could be due to inflation. But
Due to inflation on piece count? No.
price
Right.
inflation.
Okay, but looking specifically at the piece counts,
Yeah.
those sets that are aimed at children going in and spending their pocket money,
Yes.
they're going.
Yeah.
And that's kind of really against the ethos of Lego. Like, their core value is
Yeah.
every child should be able to play. Like,
Yes.
that's one of their things.
Yeah.
That's kind of the main thing. So there's fewer sets that they can afford and are at a like an entry point,
Yeah.
or that they can, because sometimes actually the bigger piece sets are more overwhelming. Like, you buy like one of those Friends cubes for the girls, 2 minutes they're into it and they're like actually playing. They're not building.
Yeah.
Whereas if you give them like a 6+ set that's got 300 odd pieces, I have to build that.
Yeah.
And yes, okay, they're younger. They'll get to that, but that's the point of those smaller sets, is to get them there quicker.
Yeah.
They need that to build up their building muscle. They've got to, like, their stamina. If they don't have the small sets, they don't get to the big sets.
Yep. It's not good, is it?
But is it because people now want more for their money, so they're trying to make the lower priced sets still a bit more beefy, because then it seems like better value for money? Is that actually
But we've
the case?
shown that the number of those of lower price sets is declining. So it's not just they're becoming beefier; it's that they're going away.
So I'm just going to run another query of, so how many of the under 100 piece sets are less than £10?
Right. Okay. For 2021, or are you
I'm
going to
going
change the year?
I'm going to do both. So last year, 98 sets that were 100 pieces or less and £10 or less.
Okay.
This year, only 62. And so last year's ones, how many of those are minifigures? I mean, is there actually any sets in here? Let's just scroll down this list. So you've got bandmates, dots, bracelets, minifigs.
Got the cubes.
The cubes, yeah, there's 2 of those. Bag tags. So there's a city set, Mario power up pack, clown, minions. So there's definitely some sets in there. Marvel, stunts, Ninjago sets, city sets. So it's not too heavy on minifigs.
No, I mean, there's obviously quite a lot because each CMF set has a lot in it, and video, a lot.
So again, this year you've got base plate in there. That's not really a set, is it? But you've got, again,
Oh yes, and they've relaunched all the base plates count as being in 2022 because they changed the packaging on it.
So that's 4 base plates, I think.
Yeah.
You got some Duplo, you got some City, you got some Friends, more Dots bracelets, some Marvel, some Star Wars Microfighters. I'm not seeing Ninjago. There's 1 Ninjago set, whereas last year there was a whole bunch of them.
Was that the spinners last year?
Do they not count as a set?
Well, I don't know.
No,
they look like actual sets.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember when the spinners came out.
Spin Zitsu was quite a while ago, I think.
Yeah, but I thought they did a new set of spinners with a different...
So is it just that last year they did smaller Ninjago sets, this year they don't? Next year they'll do them again? Like,
Yeah.
Do they
maybe.
have that kind of stuff?
I mean, so it's not like they refresh the stock each year. So those small sets which came out in 2021 will still be available in most cases in 2022.
No. All those Ninjago sets retired that same year.
Right, in that case, no. They've just got rid of all the small sets.
Why? Is it better to have fewer sets that are bigger on their shelves than lots of little sets? Where's the logic? What's the logic?
I don't know. Are they moving away from being a toy into being a collectible?
Surely if they are, they should mention that.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
if they are, they need to really sort some stuff out. So, if you are a collectible, then the condition the box is in when it arrives is much more important than if you're a toy.
Yep.
And they get away with going, it's a bit bash by going, well, it's a toy.
Yeah, no one
the
keeps
box
the
isn't
box.
important.
Also, if it's a collectible, when you go to put it together, like the nice 3-in-1 set that we've just, like literally 2 seconds ago, went to clip something on and then it broke. It needs to last longer.
It does.
Because collectibles that break, that perish, that doesn't seem like the best for a collectible.
No.
If you're going to be trying to use it to sell on to gain money, like when you die and your kids want to get their money back out of you, let's sell their collection. I assume that's how it works.
That's how it works, yeah.
Oh no, all of the sets are broken. That's not going to work well, is it?
Yeah.
It is. I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to say in this podcast. I know we all keep saying this, but actually we've done the number crunching, and it's fine. We're not seeing those smaller sets because we're older and we're not looking for them. But we're not seeing those smaller sets because they're going away. Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping they're doing the same as they always have, and they've added in the large sets.
Yeah.
But it looks like the large sets are at a detriment to the smaller sets, and the expensive sets are a detriment to the cheaper ones.
Yeah. Yeah, the cheaper ones are definitely disappearing. Like, bye-bye sets.
Yeah. It's interesting, like, so if you look at how many sets have cost more than £400, in 2018 there was one, 2019 one, 220.
So one every year for 18 to 20, and then 3 last year, 2 this year so far. And if you look before that, there was only 4.
Yeah.
So, and in fact, 2 of those were the Taj Mahal because they re-released it.
Right, yes.
And the other 2 were both Millennium Falcons. So there's not really many.
Yeah.
They are definitely going bigger.
Yeah.
More expensive. I guess that corresponds with if you look at the number of pieces.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign that the number of pieces, you're getting more sets with more pieces and therefore they're costing more. It's not the price has just gone up.
Yeah.
So that we're paying more than £400, but we're not getting big sets.
Yeah.
Like that's a plus, I guess, there. But I don't know. It's just it's disappointing.
It is. So we're really hoping it would be they're still there. Kids can still get involved in the hobby. It's all fine. And you look at the numbers and you go, yeah, they can't. Because if you consider, we've said a lot of those small sets were CMFs.
Yeah.
Are kids that interested in them? I mean, they're specifically a collectible item, not a toy, those. So
kids don't care about the CMFs. Like, they just need figures to play with. They probably do, because I think a kid will also like.
Yeah. I think it depends on the age as well.
But if they're not getting the play sets to put the figures into, what's the point of them?
Yeah.
And there seems to be a shift away from actual sets of play and more like decorate your hands with dots and your clothes with dots and your world with dots. And that's where the smaller price points are.
Yes.
So it's a very different type of play. I would say that's not... Is that play? It's decorating things.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's creative, but it's not imaginative. Oh, I suppose it is kind of imaginative. Like, it's not teaching them the world. Like,
yeah.
That's the point of play, is to, like, role play and stuff.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest ones. Oh, it's just disappointing.
It is.
I don't really know where to go from here. I'm just sad.
No. There's always the hope that this was just a blip. This is still the impact of the pandemic, where there's a sudden demand for lots of large sets. The AFOL community swelled up massively. You had celebrities showing off large Lego builds.
So you think that they're just refocusing for a bit and it'll come back?
It's a possibility.
It's a worry. Because you were saying last week, or a couple of weeks ago, about how they're trying to do more sets aimed... Oh, because we were talking about Fortnite. Aimed at that teen market to stop people going into their dark ages. But they're going to go into their dark ages a lot sooner because they're never going to get into Lego in the first place. Because it's unaffordable and the sets at the price point they can afford don't exist anymore.
But if all Lego care about is money, then going after the adult market where they know adults will spend a lot more.
Well, okay, fine, go after the money, but don't lie to us about what your value is. I don't like that. All about the money, fine, let me buy some stocks and get some money back out. That's what I want. Don't say, oh, we care about children playing and fostering like all these skills in kids.
Yeah.
If we're not going to allow them to. I mean, I guess Lego is available other means. Like, you can go to a charity shop and get Lego. You don't have to buy it new.
Well, but when you look in a charity shop, actually, So, like, the idea that you can go to a charity shop and pick up a Lego set for a couple of quid isn't
Not
true.
anymore, because I think all the charity shops have heard Lego's more valuable than gold.
Yes.
And they're paying attention to that and pricing them accordingly.
Yeah, so when we've seen ones in charity shops, they are roughly the same amount as you would expect to buy them on Bricklink.
Yeah.
I think maybe slightly cheaper.
But they're obviously doing their homework and they're getting
Yeah.
what they think is fair value from them. Which is fair.
Yes.
But it does also mean that there's not that accessibility in a different route for the kids. I guess there's always the people who go, all right, I'm done with my Lego and I'll pass it on to my nieces and nephews. And like the family...
The kind of inheritance side of it. Yeah.
But I think once they get into it, kids are going to want a new set. They're going to want to add it to their wish list.
Yeah.
And Auntie Sandra isn't going to want to spend £50 on a set for some annoying nephew that they only see once a year.
Yeah.
At the family party.
The family party.
Or like someone's christening. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's bleak. It's bleak news. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay, I think we should stop talking about this because it's making me sad.
Okay. That seems fair.
Yeah. I'd like to hear other people's opinions on like how it makes them feel knowing that. I mean, are you an AFO who's like, hey, more sets for me, woohoo, get rid of those kids? Or are you worried about the future of Lego for children? So yeah, reach out in the comments below if you want to come back next week and hear maybe slightly more cheery episode. Who knows? Please do.
Have we got a more cheerful topic lined up for next week?
No.
Suggest a cheerful topic for next week in the comments below, and who knows, it might be more cheerful.
Yeah. What if someone suggests a cheerful, but we still make it really negative?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Have a good week, everybody. Bye.
Bye.